Hey y'all, happy Friday. Hope y'all doing amazing. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Hey, hello. It's gonna be a real good read today. Really good read. Happy Friday. All right, let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Z. And today, I'm reading for the Beautiful Handsome Collective. Hello, Collective. How you doing? Hi, Collective. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Yes. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. To book a private reading with me or to shop in my store, all that information is in the description box below. Let's get into it. Channel message here is that they are a calculated failure. Okay, I'm going to be breaking down the mannerisms, the personality, or more so, we'll say the low IQ as to how narcissistic individuals play games. And it's important that you are aware as to how they play games, because if you are aware and you see it, you peep it, it's not going to work. Okay? So, what we have here, a calculated failure, is when a narcissist intentionally sets something up to go wrong or watches their manipulative plan fall apart, but still uses that failure to twist the outcome in their favor. Okay? Here's an example. A narcissistic individual will spread lies to turn people against you. They plant seeds of doubt, they twist the narrative, and then they wait for others to either isolate you or reject you. Okay? But it doesn't work. People start seeing through it, the truth begins to surface, then their plan fails. But here's the calculated part once the plan fails. Instead of owning the failure, they flip it. They flip it to the point where they act like that they were the victim all along, meaning that you were the one that was poking and prodding towards them. They say that they may say something like they never meant for it to go this far, or they never meant for it to get out of control. They may say something like, or they may pretend that they were just concerned or misunderstood. A person that is concerned is not going to create blockages in your life to stop you from moving forward. A person that is truly concerned is not going to put or potentially place you in harm's way for things to, things to kind of happen in that way. Also, they may start to cry, they may apologize, they may act mentally unstable, not because they're sorry, but because they want to reset the power dynamic. So overall, what happens is that their actual failure becomes a tool. It only becomes a tool once people are aware as to what is happening here. It's a form of self-destruction, to be honest. So their failure becomes a tool, a mask, a weapon, and they will use it again to regain sympathy, to not only re-enter in your life, but to also re-enter in other people's life whose trust that they have lost. Or they may also want to rebuild their influence. So when they realize that people are no longer listening to what they have to say, people have completely severed the trust factor that they may have had at one point in time, it makes them feel like they have to, again, do damage control to ensure that they stay on top. That's the core of a narcissistic, calculated person's failed plans here. We have hidden, I take that back. Somebody's name could be Hilda, Hilda. Hilton, Hilton, or Hilton, Hylton, Hilton. Someone's name is Steadmore. Okay, so we have hiding something here. This is what they're hiding. They're hiding the calculated failure as to what they try to kind of put in the forefront here. We do have sudden changes, and we also have mental illness and toxic as well. I feel like these individuals are not a type of person that is willing to accept what is going on with them mentally. They don't want to accept that, because if they accept what's going on, they feel like if they accept it, other people have to accept it as well. And they don't want people to accept the reality or the truth of who they are. They don't. So to make things interesting in their life or in their story here, they feel like that they have to use other people to lie or to embellish as to how they want others to see them. If they see someone or they realize that someone that they're around is doing much better than them here, they're going to use them as a scapegoat, i.e. you here, to make you feel like just... They want you to feel like existence shouldn't matter. Dealing with narcissism and dealing with individuals that has this mental instability of narcissism, because I truly believe narcissistic individuals are truly mentally unwell. I truly believe that. There's too many overwhelming evidence and supporting information that can corroborate what I'm saying here. I strongly feel narcissism is a mental illness. I do. And most people look at it as such. Most people look at narcissism as a form of bravado, wearing a badge, a well-known badge on their shirt or on their chest. People thrive off of narcissism, but narcissism is nothing but toxicity, is what it is. It's a mental instability of toxicity. The part that irritates me the most here is that, of course, they know what they're doing, but it says the calculated part here is, instead of owning the failure that they have tried to create amongst other people's lives, they flip it. Instead of owning the failure that they have caused in other people's lives, they flip it. That right there should tell you that this is very intentional in regards to what they do. A few things that they may say to more so feel like the victim here is that they never meant for it to go that far. You never meant for a chaotic situation to go that far, but yet you saw the situation becoming very chaotic. They were very intentional in the chaos that they wanted to create in your life, and now that people see them for what they are or what they're doing towards you, the only thing that they can say is they never meant for it to go that far. So what happens if they never got caught? Will the same verbiage be able to hold up itself? I never meant for it to go that far. Exactly what does that mean? When someone says, I never meant for it to go that far, was it willing to go, were you willing to push something far enough to where you'll never get caught? Someone's name is Overton, Ophelia, Opal. Someone's name could be Oprah. Someone's name is Olive or Ali. I'm hearing the name Essington. We have stressed out here. I don't even know who you are. Why are you here? Let me get you out of here. Okay. Let me see, anybody else? Okay, I'm not going to argue with a person who didn't even shower themselves for the day. It's 9:20 in the morning, and I'm pretty sure most of us has been up pretty about maybe 4 or 5 hours now, and you want to sit here and you want to argue and fight with me. Argue and fight with the dustiness between your underwear crutch. Not me, boo. Okay? It's Friday morning. you haven't taken a shower yet. I don't have time. Just yeah. Yeah. I really truly have issues with bullies that are very smelly and crusty in between. How is it that you can feel comfortable coming on social media? You ain't brush your teeth. Your mouth smelling frowsy. It's smelling stink. It's smelling foul, just like your front smelling. And you want to have the audacity, the smelly audacity, the stink audacity to come on this good Friday to spill your filth amongst other people. Yuck, be gone, peasant. My God, you should be ashamed of yourself. Lord. You should be completely ashamed of yourself. Yuck. Anywho, let's keep moving forward. I know your house smell like a roach motel. You know how sometimes you may enter someone's home and it doesn't smell too well. It smells very unkempt. It smells like there's other people, or we'll say critters, that might be living there as well too. We are not saying, I'm gonna always keep saying that. You can't come for somebody like me when you don't have your priorities in order. I'm just saying. Argue with a person with an outdated, unkempt sheet that you have not washed in weeks or months. You want me to argue with you? Okay, let me keep moving forward. I said I'm gonna be on my best behavior today. Imagine somebody say, you copying off of me. I'm copying off of you, but yet you wouldn't even go in the shower or the bath to scrub it up yourself down, but yet you want to claim I'm copying off of you when you can't even take care of your personal hygiene. There's no copycat here. Man, it's always the frowsy efforts. Yes, I said it. The frowsy efforts that have the most to say. Child, anywho. Now on this Good Friday, okay, we have burnt out here. Okay. We have burnt out. There's a narcissistic individual that's very stressed out and burnt out here because you're not giving it any time of day. You're not giving it any time of day, but you are aware as to what they're doing. It puts them in a position where they feel like now they're trying to figure out how to wiggle themselves out of this whole scenario here, and it's not working. They're irresponsible. There's someone that they owe money to that's looking out for them or watching them quietly. So whatever activity that they're into outside activities here, that is catching up to them. For some odd reason, they're telling people that they operate or work with in outside activities. They're asking this person to give them more time or to give them more of a chance to get this money together. The money that they were banking on was supposed to come to you or come from you here. And they're telling this person who they owe money to that they need more time to get this money from you. They actually name dropped or said your name to this outside activity individual that oh, the collective's going to give me the money. I just need a couple more days, weeks, months, whatever, however here, child. But that's not going to work, okay? We have impulsive here. It seems like, so it seems like this narcissistic individual's in a bind currently. They're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. And if they don't get this money, they'll be made an example out of, or someone is hot on their behind and they don't like that. This narcissistic individual. This is the type of individual that will rob Peter to pay Paul. And we'll say they robbed the wrong person. You could be a high priest or a high priestess, but you're fully aware of this. They're just using your name to buy more time or to get more time. That's all. Interesting. We have legal matters here and low self-esteem. So whatever legal matters that they have, it's not looking good. They're not going to win the legal matters. They have a lot of low self-esteem or bad luck. Every time I come on here, somebody eating Chinese food. Is that one of you guys' favorite food? Every time, clockwork. I'm always tasting and smelling Chinese food, okay? Or maybe that could be a ritual that you do every Friday or so, but that's what I'm tasting and smelling. Someone's name is Helga. Someone's name is Simone. Someone's name is Sharon. Ogilvy. Olga B. Now, the reason why you were involved in all of this foolish, whatever, thing here is because they were telling people that you were loaded with finances or money. This is what they were telling people, this narcissistic individual. They were telling people that the reason why or how you receive your money or your finances here is that you took from them. Just hear me out here. Please keep in mind, this is a collective read. It's not going to resonate with everybody. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. Let me say that one more time. Please, this is a collective read, meaning it's not going to, everything I say, everything that comes out of my mouth will not resonate with you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay. The reason why they positioned you in this way is because if they could not receive the money, now I'm tasting McDonald's fries or Burger King fries. Anywho, if they weren't able to retrieve or receive the money from you, then that would open up more opportunities for other people to try to come towards you to cause you harm. They wanted people to look at you as the cash cow. Well, I'm just going to get the money from the collective. I'm just going to get this from the collective. I'm going to get that from the collective. And if at any point in time it didn't work, you will still be responsible based on what they said about you to other people. Okay? That was this narcissistic's plan or ploy for you here. Okay? It didn't work. It's backfiring. You have a Pisces, you could be or they could be, okay? So the Shine Projects on YouTube asks, how do they know? How do they know this? They told everyone I was broke. Look, money is coming in sneaky. I don't think they told everyone that you were broke. They only told specific individuals who they felt would listen to the story in regards to you being broke. But for the individuals that they owe money to, they owe money to people here. They were singing a different story. So there are many different stories that they were portraying about you. And the karma has now caught up to them, or they're now in this karmic space that they don't like. Yeah, they were very cold-hearted. Yes. Very, very, very cold-hearted. Someone's name is Daphne. Hey, Jamie. Someone's name is Daphne. Somebody could listen to Criss Cross, so maybe Criss Cross is your favorite artist. For some odd reason, they kept banking on you to give them money or to supplement their lifestyle. And the more at the time that you may have supplemented their lifestyle, the more their story actually sticked or people believed it for it to be true. The person that you were connected with didn't have any substance, didn't have money, didn't have any savings, didn't have anything in reserve. They were banking on you to support their lifestyle. And at one point in time, you were. So their story were believable at the time when you were, quote unquote, supporting them. Yes, they pretended. They needed to set up bases as if you were the one that was down and out. You were the one that kept chasing after them. You were the one that needed them, and none of those things applied to you. You may have lived with this person and you may have been the breadwinner within a connection. So if you are a masculine taking care of a woman, you were the breadwinner, or if you were the woman in a connection, you were the high roller or the breadwinner within the connection. So however it resonates. And then we have toxic family and family here. It's just nasty. So you were surrounded by toxic family, okay? Could be your family, could be their family that you were connected to at the time, that all worked together to make you homeless or become homeless. I'm specifically speaking for individuals that may have actually became homeless based on a family dynamic. Again, they needed their story to stick in order to make themselves look better than you. They only specifically look for individuals that are doing well for themselves. They need to create an environment or a perception of reality as to how people don't see you in a very positive, high vibrant manner. Because if people don't see you in that way, they feel that people won't support you if they see you in a lackluster way or in a very, let's say, lazy way or whatever, however here, okay? Someone's name is Diavion or Donovan. Diavion or Donovan. Yes, that's the spiritual awakening. Oops. This is what you were awakened to because of your prayers. You may have felt stuck. Things may have started to dwindle for you. Your life source, your energy, your money, your patience, your time, whatever, however, and you started to pray for enlightenment. You prayed for discernment. You prayed for the truth. And that's what came out to you. That is the shocking message to you, where you were able to finally sit down and had that aha moment. You're like, you know, sometimes when you be by yourself, you may have asked a question maybe a couple days back, maybe a week back, maybe a month's time, because sometimes it depends on what type of question you ask. Sometimes the question that you ask, the answer may take a while before it's delivered to you. That's why you always got to stay on your P's and Q's when it comes to your discernment, right? You finally got an answer in regards to who this person was. Wow, is that serious? Yes, it is. Yes, Kayang 232 on TikTok ask, wow, the hate, is it that serious? Yes. Not to us. But to the ones that are projecting the hate, it's absolutely that serious. They want you to be aware without you being aware that they don't like you. They want you to feel the burning sensation of the stares and haste that they portray amongst you every day, but they don't want you to be aware that it's coming from them, which makes no sense to me. This doesn't make sense to me. So is it really hate? You hate me, but you can't tell me publicly? You hate me, but you can't tell me in my face? You hate me, but you gotta hide behind my back to show the hate? How much hate you have for me? Oh man. I don't like the collective. Okay. Can you tell the collective that you don't like them? No, I don't want to talk to them. Well, why you don't want to talk to them? Because I don't want to talk to them. Well, that's not a good reason why you don't want to talk to the collective, Karmic. What's the real reason why you hate the collective? They can't answer it. They stutter. They themselves. They trip over themselves. They can't answer it. You don't like somebody, but don't know the reason why you don't like the person. You should at least have an explanation. They have nothing. In the moment that you may mention that they're envious or they're jealous of you, why would I be jealous of somebody like the collective? Why would I be envious of somebody like the collective? Well, why the fuck not? Clearly it's showing. Clearly it's showing. And you have self-control, which bothers them in all of this. You're having self-control and it stopped bothering you. You don't understand how being able to emotionally regulate yourself is so freaking sexy. It is. Despite people coming up against you, despite people talking and yapping and gossiping about you, and you don't flinch. I'm telling you, self-control it's that thing. It's always going to be that thing. You're always going to be that thing. Self-control can save you from a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, a lot of trouble, a lot of angst. A narcissist spreads lies to turn people against you. They plant seeds of doubt, twist the narrative, and wait for others to isolate you and reject you. Let me repeat that. A narcissist spreads lies to turn people against you. They plant seeds of doubt to twist the narrative and then wait for others to isolate or reject you. They need other people to be on board in regards to what they're saying about you to make themselves feel superior or to make themselves feel stronger than what they really are. If they never had the backing of the individuals that don't like you or whatever the case may be, it would have never worked. They can't even hate you on their own terms. They can't even hate you by themselves or their own self. They need other people to feel validated as to why they feel so deep within their dark hearts or negative hearts as to why they don't like you. That shows or exhibits a huge example of fear, is what that is. A narcissistic individual that don't like you won't tell you that they don't like you, but they're going to show you through others that they don't like you. Let me say that again. A narcissistic individual that don't like you is going to use other people to stand in their way or to position themselves as stronger, as superior than what they truly are, to make you feel some type of way. They need the backing of other cowards to make you feel some type of way. They can't even trust themselves enough to not like you by themselves. They can't even trust themselves enough to be able to not like you on their own terms. This narcissistic individual is fully aware that if it was just you and them one-on-one, you would completely obliterate them to smithereens. That could be spun in many different ways. They know how strong you are. They know your determination. They know the tenacity that you carry. They know. But they have to position themselves in a way that they are much stronger than you or more superior than you. This is a calculated failure. A calculated failure. The moment it becomes calculated is when they act like that they were the victim all along. They may say something like, they never meant for it to go this far. They only say that when they got caught. They pretend that they were concerned or misunderstood. They may start to cry or apologize or act mentally unstable. Not because they're sorry, but because they want to reset the power dynamic. Their failure becomes a tool, a mask, a weapon. They use it to regain sympathy, to re-enter your life, or rebuild their influence. A calculated failure. Even when they lose, they're still playing a game. Even as they're losing in life, they're still willing to play a game because that's all they have. They don't understand the logistics of emotions. They don't understand the logistics of psychology. They don't understand the logistics of anything when it comes to life. They don't. Even as they lose or lose, they're still willing to play a game because that's all they have. We have illegal activity. We have tower moments and rival. There's a tower moment to the so-called rival that's been coming up against you. I mean, if they are a so-called rival, they should at least make themselves known. Hey, I'm a rival of yours, or hey, I don't like you, or hey, I mean something. A one-sided beef or a one-sided competition is just completely boring to me. There's no pizzazz, there's no wow factor. It's boring. because they want to make you a rival, but they don't want you to be aware that you're a rival. There's no fun in that. They just want to put you in a position where they can one up you to make them feel better than you. There's no fun in that. The next time you see someone talking ish about you, or you're hearing about them talking ish about you, but they can't come out flat out and say what the issue is, it's not real. It's not real beef. It is pathetic. I agree. Kayang says on TikTok, I can't even laugh no more. The whole thing is so pathetic. You are right. Yeah, it's an unknown nemesis. Baby. It could be a Taurus. You could be, or they could be. Yeah, this is not beef. This is more like, this is chicken fingers, chicken nuggets. This ain't real beef. You know that real beef when you cook it, and when you cook it, it kind of melts in your mouth. This ain't real beef. This chicken nuggets. This is dollar store chicken nuggets. Yeah, this is dollar store chicken nuggets. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Mary on TikTok says imitation. This imitation crab. We got too good to be true. Yeah, this imitation crab. That's funny. We have fake rich as well. Okay, they banked on other people's finances or other people's reputation as to how other people view them. This is how they came off as fake rich. We're just gonna say they're like hood fabulous. Okay, and I don't, whatever. I'm not taking back what I'm saying. They're hood fabulous. Okay, if you don't know what hood fabulous is basically when, not all, some, okay, but this particular individual feels like they live in a certain area, a certain demographic of the world, and they feel like there's something that they're not. They come off as if they're rich and they're not. These are the individuals that have high APR rates. Their car note could be $800-900 for like a 2022 or 2023, whatever. However, their priorities is completely messed up. Their credit is horrible. Their reputation is messed up. They don't pay their bills on time. They have a high credit to, you know what I mean, debt ratio. Like that's the type of individual we talking about here. Okay. They're heartbroken that she saw or know that they're unloyal and they're broke. They were only rich, or they only became rich when they were around you. You are the one that carried the rich energy. You carried that rich auntie or rich uncle or rich mother or rich father or rich cousin or friend, however way you show up in the world. You come off as that rich person, okay? They're a liar. They're nothing but a liar, and they're confused. You won't take on their lying. There's someone that's going to rat them out within the group setting. Because there's a group of people here based on one person that has came up against you to lie and to slander you, okay, whatever. And the person that's in this group here, they're very afraid because they're seeing how the turn of events is happening, and they don't want to be a part of it, or they don't want to go down for the part that they played in it here. Like they don't want to be known as a devil in disguise. So they're willing to trap this liar into jail. And this is the same individuals that they were talking ill or bad about you to. those individuals are turning on them. Someone work, or so I'm hearing, okay, so I'm hearing somebody works with panko crumbs. Panko? PNKO. Maybe you use it to fry chicken or fry something. But you could be a chef. Or you may just love to cook. Do something with panko crumbs. Yeah, no, that's very specific. Ew, okay. Whoever this person is, they're sleeping with people that you are aware about, and they think that if they sleep with them, that it would, they feel like they'll be in a position where they'll feel safe. So they're using sex as a form of a leverage tool, or they're using sex as a bargaining tool. Well, hey, if I lay down with you, and if I sleep with you, if I do this towards you, if I do that towards you, can you keep this quiet? Mm-hmm. Nasty. Could be a Libra. Could be an Aquarius. Could be a Scorpio. We have ally in reverse. So there were people that are willing to sleep with this person that was spreading lies about you because they just wanted to feel what you felt. Okay, that's not for everybody, of course. I feel like the reason why they were going so hard on you is because other people were connected to you at the time, and they wanted people to not be connected with you. We have thief. Yes, you actually make a good point, a great point. Christopher Mitchell says on YouTube, and that bothers a celibate person. How? Karmic. That actually makes a great point. Narcissistic individuals project or portray things that they feel is going to trigger you based on their experience of life. People can only give you what they've experienced in life. And this narcissistic individual didn't experience good things in life, clearly because of how they are responding in regards to retaliation towards you. I say air quotes, retaliation towards you. They feel everything that they're doing towards you is warranted, and it's not. But that's okay. That's not you, that's them. Despair and coughing. It's like they're running themselves into an early Stouffer's box because they can't beat you. Like their whole life has turned to ish or poo, poverty. Everything that they have to do towards you is not working. They're retaliating against you in regards to a fake beef. There was never any beef to begin with. There was never a fight to begin with. There was never a disagreement to begin with. So knowing all of those pertinent information, how exactly is this supposed to affect you when you didn't cause anything to this person? What exactly are they retaliating on? Let's look up the etymology of the word retaliation. Retaliation, return of like for like, action of retaliating, exaction of payment in kind, believed to be a derivative. It says originally used for payments of good or evil, now usually of injuries or insult, meaning an instance of retaliating. So you Retaliation is a form of payment or repayment. That's what retaliation is. So retaliation could be in a form of good repayment or evil repayment. And they were trying to retaliate on you in an evil way. But what exactly? So if you're giving them nothing but goodness and greatness into their reality, into their world, and they're trying to retaliate back onto you with evilness, that's going to clash out. That's not going to work. That's going to exit each other out. It's like a negative and a positive. Putting a negative ion and a positive ion together. It's going to clash out. Like I said, I truly feel some people, shoot, even most people don't understand the things that they say or the words that they speak. I truly don't. People hear one thing or they listen to what another person have to say and they feel like that is the thing that they have to run with, or they feel they resting with. Okay, cool. But be very careful with that. Because this person is living a life of, we'll say, a syntax era. That's what they are, babblers. Thank you. They babbled words or they babble jargon that they don't even understand themselves. And to make themselves look smarter than what they are, they need other people else to be on board as to how they portray or perceive things. You're giving good or great to people or others, and they want to retaliate on you with evil. How is that going to work? Oh, I just knew doing something to me. I'm going to retaliate. Okay, so what happens if you retaliate and the person that you do retaliate on, they're not doing anything in regards to what you may have mentioned? Somebody got to get this karma, and it ain't you. Could be a mature woman. Could be a mature woman egging on somebody to do something towards you, which is very odd. Somebody could be in their 60s. That's the family secret here. It could be a mother figure, aunt, a grandmother, an older cousin, an older sister, whatever, however, child. It's telling someone to cause things towards you, and it's just not working. This mature woman here or older woman feels like it has to work. Like it has to work. There's no choice but for it to work. It's not working. It will never work. Someone's name is Elisha. Elisha, E-L-I-S-A, Alicia, or with an A. Alicia, A-L-I-S-H-A, Alicia. Could be with an E or A. Somebody may live off of New Lots Avenue. I know that's the 3 train. Somebody live in East New York for sure. We have a false person here. Somebody lives in East New York. Something could be happening in East New York. If you live in East New York, you may be having issues with a neighbor. Someone's name is Sadir, S-A-D-I-R, Sadir. Someone may have recently given up pork. Someone's name is Susan or Suzanne. I'm hearing the name Camille as well, okay? We have the Emperor in reverse. You're not dealing with someone that is an Emperor. They're very low vibrational. They're very immature. They're very, 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 very rigid in the way that they want you to see them. And the funny part about it is that they don't do this with other people, other friends and families, even foes. They don't do this too. They don't try to dictate how they should live their life, but they only do this towards you. Which tells me that they truly don't know who they're dealing with when it comes to you. When people are attempting to mess up someone's flow, like good flow or great flow, it's because they don't want to see you. They see a strength in you that they don't want you to see within yourself. So if they constantly portray you as weak or weakened, and they get enough people on board, it will work for them, or it will benefit them in their favor. Someone's name is Otto, Otto, Otto. Yeah, we have Eight of Swords. And Eight of Swords, Empress in reverse, that wants to be dependent on you or want you to be dependent on them. They want you to be dependent on them so you can become broken like them, but they want to depend on you so they can take all that they can from you. There's no reciprocity in this. There's someone that could be actually potentially wanting to do something towards themselves. Like they're self-destructing within their mind. I'm hearing the word manifesto. Ooh. Like I'm hearing even in their last days, they're still trying to exhibit or portray dominance over you, but it's not working. Someone may have actually mentioned to you that they may try to cause something to themselves, or they may do something to themselves. They may have actually said it to you. Could be a Capricorn. Luck is in reverse. Like if you walked away, if you ignored them, they'll say, they may reach out to you to say they may do something. And if they do that, if they do reach out to you or text you or emailing you saying they may harm themselves, you need to, I suggest you just call, a hotline or some form of facility so they can get wrapped up in it. Because they're not expecting you to call their bluff. They're just saying it just to say it. They're not expecting you to go through. Like this person just wants you to just be stuck to them and they just want to drain you. We have longevity in reverse. Could be a low vibrational Scorpio. They just want to drain you. Nah, this is too toxic. It's tiring, it's toxic, it's draining. It's just not worth it. It's not worth the effort. Someone's name could be Effie. Someone's name could be Ephraim. I guess that's EPHRAIM, Ephraim. Someone's name is Easton, EASTON, Easton. You could be from Easton, whatever city or state that might be a part of. Easton. I'm also hearing the name Eaton, EATON, Eaton. Someone's name is Jessica, Jazzy, Jasmine. So my name is Joaquin. Joaquin with a J. Joaquin. I believe that's Jaquin or Joquin. Joaquin. Joaquin with a J. We have 6. Oh man. They may actually. Ooh, yeah, they may actually be serious about it. We have success and focus. Could be a Libra or a Sag. Someone's name is Catherine, Kathy. Somebody may have visited a cathedral recently. Maybe you went to a church that's a cathedral. We have trust here in reverse. There's someone that's praying for their sins, or they went to a church, a cathedral church, and they asked for forgiveness. It could be confessionals as well. I see someone sitting down in a cathedral-like setting of a church, and they're opening up that whatever window, confirmation, whatever it's called. We have divination in reverse. This is a strong Scorpio. So it's like someone is going back to church, or they're finding themselves going back to church because they're praying for like redemption, or they're praying for forgiveness. Someone's name is Basil or Basil, Basil, Basil or Basil. Someone's name is Brandy. Somebody could be from Great Britain. Someone's name is Brandis. I think I said Brandon, Brandy. Someone's name is Bethany. Somebody's putting themselves in a position where they may want to cause something towards themselves. Freedom is in reverse. They're very angry. But they're directing it towards you. You is in reverse though. Like it's your fault why they feel this way. Like somebody's talking really trippy. Yeah, someone that was in a karmic relationship, or that you were in a karmic relationship with. The only way they will stop speaking like that is if you talk to them. This is how they feel. Like if they put pressure on you, it's going to stop them from speaking in that way. Communications in reverse. You don't care. We have lost here. It's like they're calling your bluff. Someone's calling your bluff. If you don't talk to me, I'll this. If you don't talk to me, I'll that. If you don't this, I'll... It's an ex-lover here. An ex-lover that wants your attention. Could be a father figure, however it resonates. You could be the father figure that's acting like a clown right now. Laying on thick. Well, I love you and I love you, and we're supposed to be together, and we're this and we're that. No, they betrayed you. Oh man, this is... Yeah, if someone is threatening to do odd things towards themselves, I will call the police and let them deal with it. Repairman is in reverse. You can't repair this person. This person feels like that you can. This person feels like you understand them the most out of everyone. And yeah, no. Yeah, you're dealing with a lost soul that's a madman right now because you're not taking cues to what they're saying. Oh, man. We have Scorpio, strong Scorpio, Pisces. Sorry, I said Pisces. Pisces. Libra. Sag. Aries. Scorpio. We have Capricorn. I'm I don't like this energy. I don't like this feeling that I'm feeling, and I strongly feel like that this person may try to cause something just to get your attention. I do. I strongly do. I do. They're gonna do something or create something to get your attention, but it's not gonna work. Because they know they lost you forever. They know that, you know that. They just don't want other people to know that they know and you know that. So this is why they're going the extra mile or the extreme to playing something now. We have Capricorn. I'm gonna do one more. Sag. Somebody feels lost without your love. They feel lost without you. They feel like their whole world is in shambles because you've completely just ignored them and just moved forward. And they can't handle that. If that resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one.